when you are constantly doing instant gratification things. Okay, once again, it's not as bad as a porn, but it's definitely affecting your dopamine system, what is going to affect your erections. So what's the solution to this? Well, the solution I see out there that's talked about most is what's called dopamine fasting, or going on a dopamine fast. Okay, this is okay for the short term, but to sort of get you to a baseline, right? But it's not going to cure the situation, because I could tell you one thing: unless there's a complete collapse, unless our technology just goes down altogether for some reason, instant gratification isn't going anywhere. In fact, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. You're going to be able to gratify yourself instantly, like sex robots are coming. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that's coming that will allow you to just instantly gratify yourself, right? So my point is, a dopamine fast might set you to baseline, but it's not going to prepare you for the world we live in. Because like I said, instant gratification is not going anywhere. So what you need to do instead, well, what's more helpful than a dopamine fast is a dopamine lifestyle, right? You have to adjust your lifestyle to the world you live in now. And what you need to understand is, whenever you engage in instant gratification, okay, or you're constantly searching for things like women on Instagram, or you're constantly checking your social media because these alerts are going off all day, pinging your dopamine and doing this thing. You need to figure out a way to implement that into your lifestyle where it's not overwhelming, where it's not constantly happening throughout the day. What I recommend, what I do, is I limit the amount of time I deal with my phone, right? So after I wake up, do my rituals, I'll do a little bit on my phone, and then I put it away. Okay, and then I do the rest of the work I need for the day, and then maybe I'll check it a little bit before I relax for the evening, but I don't touch it again before I go to bed, because you don't want to get that stuff in your head right before you go to bed and boost dopamine and boost your excitatory system right when you're trying to wind down for the day. Plus, there can be disturbing stuff that comes through there, right, that triggers your fight or flight. So that's more of the mindset you need to get into if you really want to address this for life. Remember, it's rock hard for life, is figure out how you're going to incorporate all these conveniences in instant gratification into your life, that you can still enjoy these things. I mean, I like that we have instant gratification stuff. Okay, it can be fun to do. But if you are doing it all the time, which is where you're going to naturally be if you just follow the way society's going, okay, we're already in that mode, then you're going to do, a lot of pinging of that dopamine system, right? It is going to affect you in the bedroom. So figure out what fits with your lifestyle. Figure out when and how you're going to do instant gratification, and realize there is a price every time you do that, okay? Not that you can't enjoy it, you can, but there's always a price, particularly when there's instant gratification involved, right? You're short-circuiting something. And this is particularly when it comes to sex, which I'm going to dive into next. Because what's happening now is I'm getting so many men contacting me with so many of these problems. It's because we are in a society now that is so instant gratification, so convenience, that has made us weak as men. Okay, there's a saying that goes, strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. That's where we are now, in convenience, ease, and comfort, right? Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. I've said this multiple times. The ones who take the easiest route tend to have the hardest life. Like, for instance, it's easy to look at porn, right, and get sex immediately, but then it affects you in the bedroom for usually long periods of time, right? So convenience, instant gratification, but it creates hard times. Weak men create hard times. Then hard times create strong men. That's where we need to be now, right? Realizing the world has changed that there's all these modern day alpha inhibitors we have to deal with, and that we adjust ourselves to that and incorporate it into our life that doesn't make us weak men, keeps us as strong men. Okay? And we'll keep that conversation going here. Different strategies to do that. But it's so important because, man, I have guys 13, 14, 15 years old contacting me who can't get hard. That's where we are right now. Okay, just to put it in perspective. And part of this is what we talked about last time, being disconnected from nature. Okay, these conveniences have nothing to do with nature. In nature, you got to work. You got to work to get those things. And there's a certain amount of satisfaction that comes from that. Even my daughter, who grew up with an iPad, will tell me, no, I want to do this on my own. Because she feels so much better when she does something on her own. And you've probably experienced that yourself. You put in the work, you get the reward. Okay, that's the way the dopamine system should be working, right? It's over there with that bell curve. And that's kind of the mindset you want to start getting into. So think about that. The other things other than porn, cell phone in particular, right? Looking at that. Now let's get into porn again. When it comes to getting throbbing, stage 4, rock hard on command, and lasting as long as you want in the bedroom, both permanently and naturally at any age, the first step is understanding exactly what is going on under the hood of your manhood. Because if a man doesn't understand the basic mechanics of how his manhood works, how can he expect anything he tries to work? He just ends up throwing punches in the dark and then is frustrated when everything he tries stops working and makes his hardness and lasting power worse over time, conveniently leading him to more and more extreme treatments that further destroy his manhood and his ability to perform in the bedroom. So if this is a priority for you and you would like to finally get off a big pharma's hamster wheel, keeping you trapped, broken, and desperate, then you're going to want to set aside about 75 minutes to watch this free training I made just for you that's going to allow you to finally understand the ecosystem behind your manhood and bedroom performance. Like fixing a leaky pipe, you can't just drywall over it or you'll end up with a house full of black mold. You have to fix the source of the leaky pipe if you want permanent results that will last a lifetime. So I put a link in the description to claim a 24-hour access pass to my new masterclass that will take you by the hand and show you exactly what's going on under the hood. So you can finally understand exactly what methodologies, frameworks, and systems that our guys are using right now to conquer their bedroom performance permanently and naturally at any age. So go ahead and click the link in the description and I'll see you inside the masterclass. Xander Holt, signing off.